Hello and welcome to another Outlaws of Thunder Junction draft. I am paulcheon, and today we are sitting at rank number 6. But I will also say that, sadly, the ladder will be resetting. So this will be my last draft video for this current ladder season, and then we will, after this, the next video will be where the reset happens, and we will be going back down to Plat 4, I believe, or Plat 1, I'm not sure, and it will be climbing our way back to Mythic as quickly as possible. I do have a good feeling about next season, though, because I plan on playing a lot, and I feel like at least I'll be able to get really close to rank 1 before he can inevitably play. I mean, I looked at the results. He plays literally twice or 3 times more matches than I do, so it's almost impossible to catch them, but I will do the best that I can, and right now we're on an incredible heater and still rank number 6, despite playing far less matches. All right, now before this draft fires, I did want to say, if you've enjoyed this content and wanted to support the channel in another way, the best way to do so is my Patreon. The link to the Patreon is in the description below. Shout out to all the current patrons, as I really do appreciate all of your support. Getting access to the Patreon does give you access to the Discord, which I do think is going to be the single biggest value add if you do join, because you get access to all of the content that's available on the Discord, and I mean, it's awesome. I feel like we've really been able to cultivate a fantastic community there, and it continues to grow, so really would recommend joining that. All right, taking a look at this pack. This is a loaded pack. The Gitrog, Ravenous Ride. Claim Jumper, solid, not that great. Gitrog, definitely the pick there. Longhorn Sharpshooter is a premium red creature, but it's red. I do think it's worse than Gitrog. Then we have Aloe Alchemist, Tyrant Scorn, and Mystical Tether. So a bunch, I mean 4 or 5 first pickable cards here out of this pack. What do I want to take? And for me, it's going to be probably between the Aloe Alchemist and the Gitrog Ravenous Ride. Mystical Tether and Sharpshooter are both fine, but I like it's hard to draft premium 2s, and Aloe Alchemist is certainly a premium 2, but look, the Gitrog is just too sweet and too fun. I just gotta take it. Even if it's wrong, you can splash it if you're green, and I want to be green most of the time anyways. So if I want to be green, do I want an Aloe Alchemist or Gitrog? I'm going to take the Gitrog, despite Aloe Alchemist possibly being the better of the 2 cards. And here we have a really interesting pack. We have 2 cards that really stand out in terms of power level. You have Outlaws Merriment, which is a really good enchantment, but it is Boros, which is one of the worst colors. But oftentimes you can play this in a white deck splashing red, and Lassoed by the Law. Lassoed by the Law is going to be my pick. This is, in my opinion, maybe the 2nd or 3rd best uncommon in the set. The fact that it gets anything is really relevant. The fact that you can use this to kill opposing Buried in the Gardens, Mystical Tethers, etc., along with opposing Outlaws Merriments, really puts this card over the top, not to mention the fact that it also creates a body, which can't be ignored. Other cards to consider here are Intimidation Campaign, if you want it to be kind of a blue-black deck, but you know me, 90% win rate with Abzan. Can we finish the season with a similar win rate with these cards? All right, ooh, this is interesting. Okay, this pack is awesome. There's a Nexus of Becoming, a Stubborn Burrow Fiend, which is a premium 2, and a Mystical Tether. Those are the cards I'm considering. There's an Eartha Joe, but I think it's definitely behind the other cards. You know, I'm really not sure. Nexus of Becoming is pretty fun, but Stubborn Burrow Fiend is also an incredible 2-mana card. I think I would consider both of those over the Tether. I already have a 5-drop. All right, you know what? It's the last draft. I'm not going to hit rank 1. I know what you want me to take. All right? And I will be the people's champion, okay? I'm going to take the sweet Mythic that costs 6 mana over one of the best 2-drops in the set, because I know that's what you want to see. And let's move on, shall we? All right, what is our second color supposed to be? We know we're going to be probably a green base here. Here I'm looking at Holy Cow versus Rattleback Apothecary. They're both fine. Green-white does tend to be overdrafted. Usually my Abzan decks are green-black decks that look to splash white for removal. So I think I'm just going to take the Apothecary here and move on. Definitely with Nexus of Becoming, you want to have a relatively creature-heavy deck to be able to take advantage of this, of the fact that you can make a Golem. Definitely going to be looking for ramp spells as well, just because we have some nice top end here in the Nexus of Becoming and the Rattleback Apothecary. Here, though, we have an interesting pack because there's a really good removal spell here in the Getaway Glamour, But there's also really good creatures here in Spinewood's Paladin and the Cactarantula, which I both like over Giant Beaver in this type of deck. So what do we want? The Cactarantula or the Paladin? I'm going to take the Paladin here. I just like the fact that this gains you life. And so I do think it's a little bit better than Nexus of Becoming. And Cactarantula costs 5, and Spinewood's Paladin is something that you can plot on turn 4. And given that we already have a 5 and a 6, I'm going to aim for the card that I can potentially play a turn earlier, but noting that both cards are fantastic. All right. What do we have now in this pack? No black or green or white cards that I particularly like. There's some blue stuff, but blue tends to be open a lot. Don't really care about at knife point. I'm not the biggest fan of Imp's Mischief as well. So then what is it? What is it? I mean, if I want it to be like a blue-green deck, splashing black and white, that's certainly something to consider. Then do I want something like a Doc Hourlock? Plan the Heist is nice, but we already have pretty good top end. I'm not the biggest fan of Doc Hourlock. It's a fine 2-drop, but I'll take it here because I don't have any 2s over Plan the Heist. In case we end up, we do have a Spinewood's Paladin here to plot already. So I'll take this as a spec, but it's pretty unlikely that we're going to end up here. And now we have just a completely loaded pack here. Trained Airings, Frontier Seeker, Desperate Bloodseeker, and Dance of the Tumbleweeds. There's a Desperate Bloodseeker and a Dance of the Tumbleweeds. They're both quite nice. There's a Trained Airings, but I don't know if we're going to be white. I feel like I kind of want Dance of the Tumbleweeds. Is that weird? I want to be multiple colors, and I want to ramp into some of these expensive cards. So I'm going to forego some of these aggressive white cards along with the Desperate Bloodseeker. My evaluation of Dance of the Tumbleweeds has definitely been going up over time, and I do think it's actually just a very good common. So I'm going to take it here because I want to ramp into my expensive cards. Here I'll take an Ambush Gigapede. There's a late Prickly Pear, but I'll take a Gigapede. That's another top-end threat. It is very good with Nexus of Becoming, but now I'm kind of good on top-end cards, so I do want to try to keep my curve lower if possible. All right, blue definitely still seems open here, as there's a pretty late Phantom Interference. I will take that over Djinn of Fool's Fall, in case blue-green is something that we can end up in. But this is kind of what we have for the time being. Moving into this pack, I'm going to take Sterling Supplier in case we somehow end up in a world where we're a white base deck. We did see that pack with the Trained Airings. What did I take? I took Dance of the Tumbleweeds over that, but Sterling Supplier can be a fine card here. But kind of a tough draft here, to be honest. Seeing a bunch of these red cards as well, but I don't really want to be red, and I don't really like at knife point, but these are kind of the cards that we're seeing, and we're getting basically a last pick Thunder Salvo, so this is kind of a tricky draft to navigate. Now, green does tend to be overdrafted, so it kind of makes sense that we're here, but I don't care. I have a Gitrog. I'm going to fight you. People not passing me the green cards. Here we're going to slam the Stubborn Burrow Fiend. We passed one in favor of Nexus of Becoming, but don't want to pass the next one. 3 steps ahead is also pretty good. Sator is okay if you're looking to do the Dimir Crime thing, but I mean, Stubborn Burrow Fiend is a premium 2-mana card. Very, very happy to have that in my deck. The way I look at it is, green is so deep, you can... I mean, we already just have 4 really solid green cards, so I'm just kind of happy with this configuration. We'll note that certainly black didn't seem especially open. It's possible that we needed to be maybe green-white. And perhaps we should have taken the Trained Airings, but honestly, I'm not even sure that the Airings was the pick. If I'm green-white, it probably was. But Dance of the Tumbleweeds is very good, especially if we're trying to do the Nexus of Becoming thing. And now we have this pack. This pack has Honest Rutstein, which is just a premium uncommon. There is Mystical Tether as the other consideration. I think it's really between those 2 cards. And I'm going to take Honest Rutstein. I just think this card is better. I do think we should be valuing removal highly, but Honest Rutstein plus Nexus of Becoming is also completely insane. So let's take the Rutstein here, because we still do need some cheap creatures here. And we'll be making sure that we keep an eye out here for some solid removal, because right now we only have the Lassoed by the Law. This is certainly a deck that could use Hard Bristle Bandit, right? We have a Nexus of Becoming, a Dance of the Tumbleweeds, and Ambush Gigapede as potential 6-drops, so would be on the lookout for that ramp variant. I will take another Dance of the Tumbleweeds. I do not mind this at all here. There's a Holy Cow if I want it to be white, but Nothing like a Trained Airings or Mystical Tether. If there was a Mystical Tether, I probably would take it here. But we'll just take another Dance of the Tumbleweeds to try to ramp into our big things here. Would like to pick up at least one desert here if we can. But right now we're not seeing a whole lot. And that also, like, Cactarantula was awesome at first when people didn't take deserts as highly, but now it's a little bit more difficult. I do think Cactarantula is still good, but going down just a smidge. Definitely want to focus on the low end of our mana curve here, but man, Hollow Marauder is so good. There's a Creosote Heath here, but I feel like I do need to take one of these two cards. I'm either taking the Desert Stew or the Hollow Marauder. I'm a sucker for this card. I'm sorry. I don't even have any deserts. I'm a sucker for this card. I gotta take it here. I'm gonna mill myself and get a lot of value, and it's really good with Nexus of Becoming. Alright. Executive decision has been made there. Okay. We need to take removal. I'm gonna take the clear shot here. This pack is absolutely insane for us, though. There's a Spinewoods Paladin and a Desperate Bloodseeker. I actually think I probably would take the Desperate Bloodseeker here because we picked up a Hollow Marauder and we have an Honest Rutstein and we need a 2-drop. So in normal instances, I would take the Bloodseeker here, but like I said, we do need to take some removal, and Clear Shot is a very good removal spell here. Now we'll take the Desert Stew here over the Raucous Entertainer. There's another desert in this pack, so happy enough to pick up some removal here. And we're going to slam Beastbond Outcaster. Wow, 7th pick. Extremely happy about that. And here, I'm not interested in another Ambush Gigapede. I think Gold Rush is a pretty poor combat trick, so I'm just going to take a Glint Beaver here, just as a nice, solid, beefy creature here to have on turn 4. And then now I'm going to take Ankle Biter. If your deck is kind of lacking in removal, this is totally fine, especially because we're looking to fill our graveyard anyways with Hollow Marauder. So this deck doesn't seem like it would be a bad Ankle Biter deck, just because we kind of don't have a lot of cheap things to play anyways. Here I'm going to take Bristlepack's Entry, another just 2-drop that I'm fine playing with, not overly excited about, but certainly fine to play just to fill your mana curve if you absolutely need. And this pack has nothing I care about too much. I'll take Denial, but not going to play it here. And now we're looking at 17 cards. Certainly we have some cheap things that we can replace if we get better options here. The Bristlepack Sentry and the Ankle Biter, namely, those are the 2 cards that we could replace if needed. But certainly can use, another removal spell or 2, and cheap things to play. Cheap things to play. All right, moving into this pack. This is actually a really interesting pack. I'm not taking Bruce Tarl. It's just simply too hard to cast. Here we have Blood Hustler as a decent 2-mana card to play. There's also a Desert Stew as a solid removal effect. If we're looking to splash the white, though, there's also Ruthless Lawbringer. This card is very, very good and acts as a way for you to kill anything, but it is on the splash color. So it's between the Blood Hustler and the Desert Stew. I think I'm just going to take a Desert Stew here. I just feel like this acts as another thing for me to do on turn 2. So I'm happy enough to have more cheap removal. And with 2 copies of Dance of the Tumbleweeds, all we need is one desert to be able to get -3/-3 out of this, and that would be good enough. This pack is absurd. There's a Campbell, a Murder, Rictus Robber, Honest Rutstein, and Patient Naturalist, and a Desert. I'm going to take Honest Rutstein. I just think this card is a bomb. Basically, I do think it's better than Murder, and we do have 4 removal spells now, so I will prioritize the creature recursion effect here because we do have cards like the Gitrog monster and the Hollow Marauder that we want to get back. So gonna take that there and see where things go. All right, moving on here. Yeah, blue's super open, but far too late for us to go down that direction. Not gonna take 3 steps ahead. Not going to take Rise of the Varmints here. What are we looking at? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We don't have any self-mill right now, so I just don't want to take that. I think I'd rather just take, honestly, a Voracious Varmint. It's just a playable 2-mana creature to put into our deck if we want to consider our mana curve. All right, moving on to this pack. Nothing in green or black, so certainly being cut off a little bit here. Nothing in white either. I guess I'll just take this as my first desert, although don't really want to play it, but I mean, with 2 Dance of the Tumbleweeds, and we're trying to go high in the mana curve, and we have a couple of Desert Stews, I could see a world where we could maybe play the Arid Archway. Wow! What's better? Alchemist or Stubborn Burrow Fiend? That's actually insane. I actually think in this deck it's probably the Burrow Fiend because we have double Honest Rutstein and Hollow Marauder. Aloe Alchemist is also fantastic. Let me know what you would pick between these two. They're both premium. I like Aloe Alchemist more if I'm a little more proactive, but this type of deck looks to go a little bit longer. So I just feel like with double Recursion and Hollow Marauder, it's, at least to me, it feels like an easy Honest Rutstein. But again, let me know what you think in that pack. Come on, let's just get any desert. I need a desert here with Dance of the Tumbleweeds. I'll take a Fake Your Own Death, although I'm not the biggest fan of that card. Not interested in Cactus Folk Sure Shot on the splash here. There's a Sandstorm. There's a Tornado. If I need removal, I guess I can take. And I really don't like Sandstorm Verge. I'm not even looking to commit crimes here. So it's just not something that I like. I think this can be played in a blue-black crime deck as a way to just turn on crime every turn. But I'll take Tornado here and play it if we absolutely... And we missed out on an opportunity at a desert. That is really, really unfortunate. I'll take a Desecrator here and... yeah, I mean, green was somewhat open, but black was certainly cut off. But I think our deck still ended up okay. I think I'm going to play this Arid Archway. And hope that our mana is good enough. I'm hoping that the Dance of the Tumbleweeds, the mana fixing that we get from that, is going to be good enough here. We might need... Oh, there's a desert. I'm playing that. Oh, really, really happy about this Jagged Barrens. Only because I have the double Desert Stew. So I just feel like you just get so much more value by just having a desert to fetch with the Dance of the Tumbleweeds. Second copy of Ambush Gigapede. Should I play that? That's a lot of expensive cards, but my sideboard doesn't have a lot of great options here just because we were definitely fighting other people for this color combination. I'm still reasonably happy with this deck. I think it still has the tools to grind people out with the double Honest Rutstein, but certainly could have been better. Double Ankle Biter. Do we play both of those? I mean, this is our deck, right? I don't... 2 seems like a lot, though. 2 does seem like a lot. What else do I have as options, though? Let's see. Fake Your Own Death. There are these creatures, but I really dislike them. There's Tornado, but I kind of hate Tornado. So let's see what we have here as options. Yeah, I'm definitely cutting that. Definitely cutting this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So this is 16 creatures. Cut the Tornado. We're a little bit light on removal. We have 4 removal spells. So that could be... and then we have a couple of Ambush Gigapedes. But this is definitely less removal than we're used to playing. Man, how good would a third Stubborn Burrow Fiend be in this deck? Nexus of Becoming, you better be awesome. I kind of like the idea of having one trick. We just don't have that many ways to surprise our opponents. So we have 2 Deserts, do a Clear Shot, and a Lassoed by the Law. Probably need like one more green source. Play something like this. Our mana is definitely not ideal here. We couldn't pick up any Hard Bristle Bandits or Abzan Deserts here. So somebody was going really deep on their colors. I like Ankle Biter more if I have Throw from the Lasso. And I guess we have a Clear Shot, but it doesn't crew up or saddle up the Stubborn Burrow Fiend. So I think I can cut... It's either the Ankle Biter here or the Ambush Gigapede. And I'm wondering if we just have too many top-end threats here. But I love Ambush Gigapede with Nexus of Becoming. Yeah, come on. This is just too many 6-drops. I gotta cut the Ambush Gigapede. Because Dance of the Tumbleweeds can also be a 6-drop. So let's just try to be reasonable here and cut that. So let's just try this. I've never played 2 Ankle Biters before. We'll see how it goes. Okay, what do we have? Well, there's the Ankle Biter. I mean, honestly, I'm happy that I have it because I have all these expensive cards, so... no regrets here. And the Arid Archway is nice because we're trying to get high up on the mana curve here. So we have turn 1 Ankle Biter, turn 2 Stubborn Burrow Fiend, and then we have basically all of our best cards, which I like. Silver Deputy. I'm just gonna, every time somebody plays this, PSA, don't play this card. Unless your mana is terrible. Like, to be honest, would I have played it in this deck? Maybe? Also, getting a Bucolic Branch is quite nice, so that's good. So turn 3 Arid Archway. If we don't draw a 2-drop, we can't do anything. But then we can plot the Spinewoods Paladin. Outcast a Greenblade here. Alright. Bucolic Ranch is fantastic. Man, can I just get like one of these deserts? Can you just spot me the Creosote Heath, please? I'd really appreciate it. Thank you. Deserts. Ooh, this is interesting. Alright, so hold on. I gotta full control this. Actually, no, I don't. I can just... But... I wanna seem cool. So I'm just gonna do it. And let's bounce, I guess, the Swamp. And then let's attack with the Burrow Fiend. Definitely interested in keeping the Ankle Biter back to trade with some random large green monster, if that's available. Not trading with the Silver Deputy. They certainly have a creature here. Fortune, very, very good creature. Alright, that is a clear shot. It's kind of interesting. Do I want to just kill the Fortune? It could get them some good value. So my thought process here was maybe use the clear shot on the Fortune and then mill myself with the Stubborn Burrow Fiend after pumping the Ankle Biter. Because this allows me to kill anything, but against a green-white deck, when the shields are down, that's also kind of a good time to go for this. Alright, let's do that. Alright. Dealt 1 less damage, but did mill a creature. And definitely interested in milling myself with this Hollow Marauder in my hand. Although, honestly, we just want to get to 6 lands here, right? Alright, Spinewoods Paladin, and... You want to attack me? Alright, land here, Gitrog! No! Alright, it's okay. Spinewoods Paladin coming in for us as well. Ambush Gigapede. I'm glad we only have the one, I guess. Land would have been so nice! Our opponent's smart, though. They're Abzan. Best color combination. Oh, look at them. Give me all the Ankle Biters. They might just kill the Ankle Biter here, honestly. Nope. No killing of Ankle Biters for them. Let's play Spinewoods Paladin here. And... just play Honest Rutstein, getting back Honest Rutstein. Why not? And, I suppose I can saddle here. Just to try to hit more action here. It's like no reason not to really mill ourselves here. And then pass. Just because the Spinewoods Paladin and the Ankle Biter both just block what they need to block. And giving ourselves more fuel here for the Honest Rutstein seems nice. With the in addition, we can play the Hollow Marauder at a discount. Also, milling ourselves with the Gitrog is also really big, actually. Okay. Alright, we are doing the blockings, and they can certainly have take up the shield, but it is what it is. They're probably gonna save the Beaver? That gives them more stats. Oh no, it's just a steer clear, okay. A double steer clear would have been nasty. Alright, what do we want to do here? There's Hollow Marauder that we can cast. We can also play Gitrog and just draw a bunch of cards. How big is this right now? That does make us take a ton of damage. Alternatively, I can play Hollow Marauder and get the last card out of their hand. Maybe that's good. Yeah, I'm kind of interested in that, actually. All right, got a creature. Now the question is, are we interested in Burrow Fiending? Honestly, not really. I just want to keep all my stuff in play. I'm just trying to survive here, to be honest. I just feel like we kind of have inevitability here. I'm happy trading this Hollow Marauder for the Beaver. We'll do this, and we'll do this. Alright. Empty board! Patient Naturalist, okay? They should have tapped the plains here. If they get a land, they can use the Bucolic Ranch. But it auto-tapped the ranch for them, so that was not great for them. Alright, well this is fantastic. Nexus of Becoming time. Alright, let's put this into play. Let's get back Honest Rutstein. I'm not sure they're going to be able to beat this value, right? This is just way too much. So they bottomed something. Okay. Let's play the Gitrog. Let's play this. Okay. We were gonna play the Sentry. We were gonna draw cards. Put the Gigapede into play. All right. Nexus of Becoming. Very strong. Very, very strong. Got one. Got one. All right. Still stuck at 6. I just want to crack the top 5 before the ladder resets. Is that too much to ask for? Okay, for a second I didn't think this was a forest and I was really sad. But now, I'm really happy. We have a Jagged Barrens, a Swamp, a Forest, Anklebiter, Dance of the Tumbleweed, Spinewoods Paladin, and Nexus of Becoming. So, this Anklebiter gonna give us the time to be able to play this Nexus of Becoming here. Let's play the Anklebiter turn 1 in case they play like a Roadrunner turn 2. Let's attack. Play the Barons. And looking good here. Definitely gonna go turn 3 Dance of the Tumbleweeds here. We drew the plains, so we don't need to fetch for the plains with Dance of the Tumbleweeds. I might get the, oh gosh. Do I want that? Definitely not. Oh, this is actually interesting. Do I bounce this to Surveil? Yeah, I think so. Do I want Stubborn Burrow Fiend? Sure. It could allow for a potential nice double spell turn. Definitely just playing Spinewoods Paladin here. And hope to take over the game here with this Nexus of Becoming that we will cast on the following turn. Buried in the Garden. I'm glad they used that on my Paladin. I'm just going to throw that out there. Wait, they didn't play? Oh, that's highly sus. They're playing blue, so I'm gonna play around a counterspell here. Or make them use it on this, if they... Okay, never mind. Let's mill ourselves. And we milled 2 good removal spells. Sadness, Overload. Good job. Look at all that value you got. This is interesting. Just because I like the fact this is a 4-power creature, but it also just gives me a massive discount to cast. So I guess I'll put it in. Oh my gosh. Stop cold on Nexus of Becoming. Nice. You just have all the answers. What can I do to a person who has all the answers? Well, we do have Voracious Varmint. Just going for it. Just going for it here. Outlaw Stitcher into land. Alrighty. We drew another land here, which is not ideal. There's a Stubborn Burrow Fiend, but I think I just want to attack for 5. I mean, I guess it gets +2/+0. So do I want to just keep milling myself? Just to have the chance of this being gigantic? Like, I do have Honest Rutstein. Yeah, okay. Alright, we got in for 1 less damage by doing this. Wow. Just milling ourselves, and they chose not to play Outlaw Stitcher. So they are really waiting. They're being very patient here. There it is. What on earth? Oh, they have the counterspell thing. No, no. Oh, Getaway Glamour. I see. They get another 4/4? Wow, what a draw. What a phenomenal draw from the opponent, and we drew another land. Wow, that is not ideal. And Hollow Marauder off the top. Good work. Into Spinewood's Paladin. Damn. Alright. Look, I'm well aware that I've been on the positive side of variance, so this happening to me is certainly certainly fine. Wow. What a sequence of draws, though. Holy cow. So they're blue-green, splashing black, and then splashing this. That seems fine. Yeah, because they have Buried in the Garden, too. I don't see how I get out of this. I mean, I guess I'll... Because I just double... Yeah, I'm super dead. I have to, like, double block the 4/4s, and I go to 1, and I have no board, and they have 5 creatures. Alright. It's okay, there's not as much stress. It's the last draft, alright? We're not going to hit rank 1, and we lost to a deck that had the tools to beat us there, right? Man, them having an answer for Nexus, it's like not super common, especially after they used Buried in the Garden, so that was kind of unfortunate. Yeah, I needed you, Varmint! I needed you! Fine hand, though. Turn 2 Varmint into turn 3 Dance of the Tumbleweeds into Giant Beaver. I do think I need multiple mana sources, so instead of getting a white source here, I do think I'm interested in getting the bounce land. Yeah, because, yeah, the bounce land's perfect here. Just because it allows us to cast the Spinewood's Paladin and gets us 1 step closer to playing the Ambush Gigapede, which I'm very happy about. Honestly, it's probably better to play Giant Beaver and Ankle Biter here. Because next turn I can go Gigapede, kill the Vault Plunderer, and then crew it. Or saddle it. I keep saying crew it, but you know what I mean. Although they are black-white, they likely have Mystical Tether or something like that to kill the beaver. That's a Blooming Marsh, so they can't actually... Deserts do that. And they can't cast Consuming Ashes, so I'm thinking Lassoed. There's Lassoed and Tether as good ways to kill the beaver. I suppose Murder would also work. God, I couldn't even pick up a single Vault Plunderer. Would have loved this one. Alright, whatever. What? Why did you attack? Holy cow. I guess that's why they attacked. That was incredible. Which card do I want to kill? Let's kill the Vault Plunderer. If you want to race me, race me. The reason why I did that is because it turns my Gigapede into a 7/3, which allows me to attack through the Pixie, but not the Vault Plunderer. Alright, bring it on. They're probably going to block the Gigapede. Who knows? Alright. They're at 8. They're at 7. I guess I should have blocked the, Vault Plunderer. So what are they? Are you... Oh, okay, this is just another straight 3-color deck. Ugh. My brain hurts every time I see this. Alright. So they need to triple block this to kill this. Really would have liked to find a relevant threat this turn. This was kind of a big turn, I want to say. But they have to triple block the Spinewoods Paladin to kill it, and then they take 5. Or they can take 6 from the Spinewoods Paladin and get favorable blocks elsewhere. They can put... Okay, sure. Yep. Not interested in killing the Outlaw Medic. And play the land and then pass. But we're out of gas, so they can certainly stabilize with all the cards that they have in their hand. They can cast all their spells. We kind of played everything. Definitely need one of our top end stuff. Honest Rutstein, Dance of the Tumbleweeds, Nexus. All of those would be great. Forest. All right. All right, this probably is a Rooftop Assassin, sadly. I don't think I should play around it necessarily, but... yeah. Okay, you know, as the last draft, running into something like this, or losing in this fashion, like... yeah, yep. Sure. Now we find the Rutstein. It's just not going to be good enough, unfortunately. I mean, I'm going to play the Rutstein. And I guess I just get the Gigapede and kill the Flyer. So let's pass. Man, Baron Bertram Silvala is a nice little combo. They're going to be able to draw so many cards. Just straight Abzan, huh? All right. I guess I'll play a Stubborn Burrow Fiend. I don't really want to mill myself right now. I just don't see myself attacking, really. I think the only way we come back from this is finding removal spells for these creatures, or finding a Nexus of Becoming to help us kind of get ahead on cards. But Baron Bertram on this board is just incredible. Like, yeah, and then they have back for more, targeting Honest Rutstein. Okay. Yeah. Their deck is definitely outvaluing us. For sure. Just every 2-for-1 that you can think of. And I feel like that's probably what's going to happen as this format continues to mature. Like, every deck is just going to kind of look like this. Like, does this creature enter the battlefield and give me value? Outlaw Medic, Vault Plunder, Patient Naturalist, Nurturing Pixie. What can I do to go over the top of my other opponents trying to do mid-range things? Which is why cards like Cruel Ultimatum that we've seen previously, I think are just legitimately good strategies. Because all the good players are going to just start doing stuff like this. And like, you need to kind of be able to go over the top of all of this. And I think that's a really great way to do so. But yeah, I'm going to concede here. They're just too far ahead on resources here. So this is one of the worst drafts so far. Still ranked number 6. One of the worst drafts. Back against the wall. What are we, 1-2? Oh my gosh. All right. Come on. 1-2 into 7-2. I'll take like a 4-2, but man, they kicked our butts. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, like, our archetype definitely wasn't open this time around, and I think we ended up with a fine deck, but if we play against another deck with a similar color combination, I just feel like they're more likely going to have more power. Another hand where I think I'm just gonna go ahead and get the bounce land. Actually, I guess I can hold off on it for now, as I do have a play here in the Apothecary. Although, likely to die to Desert Stew or Salvo. Alright, it is a Thunder Salvo. Look, they're just giving us food for the Hollow Marauder. Let's just put it that way. The question is, why did it tap like that? Ugh, God. I should get planes here, I think. Yeah, that was really bad tapping. Come on, Auto Tapper. Unbelievable. I mean, I don't know if I was going to use Desert Stew on the Prickly Pear. Maybe I was, but... yeah, I probably would have. That's really annoying. Ugh. Ugh. Ooh, the Gitrog Ravenous Ride. They're probably going to use a removal spell on this. This is actually going to be kind of annoying. Ankle Biter is very bad against at knife point. But we took basically 3 damage where we weren't supposed to because of the Auto Tapper. I should have been more mindful of that, I guess. Sometimes I take the Auto Tapper for granted and I just assume it's going to do the right thing. They should probably just pump one of their mercenaries and attack for 4. Or actually, they can also double pump the Prickly Pear. It just kind of depends. Malcolm on the... what are people doing? Alright, ooh, that's a Nexus of Becoming. I was going to play some removal spells here, but that might just be better. It does put just another creature into play. Huh. It's kind of interesting. No. I think I'd rather just keep the board clear. And I'm going to keep this back as well. I want to... Basically, my plan here... Because, number one, I don't want Malcolm in play. Number two, I want to keep my life total fairly healthy here. I feel like if they had a way to kill my Hollow Marauder on the previous turn, they would have done it. Right? That's kind of my thought process here. Alright, that was a good turn for us. Cannot complain about that. Prickly Pear, okay. Deep Muck Desperado, okay. Oh my gosh, at knife point is so annoying here. It is so extremely annoying. I guess I can just play Gitrog and that makes for... They just can't... They actually can't attack if I play Gitrog. I'm just gonna kind of hope they don't have anything here. Like, if they can pump their creatures, but it only have 4 power. So the only way this goes poorly is if they find a removal spell. But if not, I can just block, right? Great! Alright, great, 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 great! Oh, that's also great. Okay, okay. Let's continue systematically working through all that they can do. I'm gonna kill this at knife point. I think it's just really, really annoying. It just makes blocking impossible. Looks like they have a crime to commit. Okay. I will pay the mana. Let us exile that. Now we are in no position to attack. We're just trying our best to stabilize and survive. Splashing Phantom Interference is also something you shouldn't do. In general, that is my recommendation to having success in this format. Alright, next turn probably we can go Nexus of Becoming. Here we're just chumping with the Mercenary. They're going to put everything on Prickly Pear here. I think I am the question is whether or not I should trade my Hollow Marauder for their 2/2. And I think the answer is yes. Just because I'm going to win with Nexus of Becoming. That's kind of my game plan here. Okay, Lone Shark. No attacks. Alright. Honest Rutstein would be pretty nice. Alright. Trading my Inklebiter here. Oh! That's a very good one. Should I attack? Huh. We got this one. I'm feeling pretty good about this one, I'm just gonna say. Got Fake Your Own Death available as well if they kill the Spinewoods Paladin. And, yeah, a lot of damage coming in. Alright! Well, you know, that's the 1-2 bracket. Let's climb our way out of it here. We're now at 2-2. And let's hope to at least win half our games here, shall we? Captain Leroy. You know they're just gonna go all in, right? Every turn. That's kind of what Leroys tend to do. Apologies if you are a Leroy. All right. This hand is fine. It's a little bit slow. I think and we're on the draw, so there is a non-zero chance that I go plot B-Spawn Outcaster on turn 2 and then just play it on turn 3. Particularly if they do get a good start. Like if they go 2-drop, 3-drop, then I probably do have to play this as a 3-3. But that's what makes this card so awesome, right? It's a 2-mana 3-3. And later you just draw a card off of it. So very, very nice card here. And we have all 3 colors of our mana. So if we just draw lands, we are good. So drew land number 4 here, so we can go Outcaster, Beaver, Paladin, Marauder. Looking pretty solid here. Just don't play a Trained Erynx. Or a Miriam. I will accept a Voracious Varmint. I don't have any Drover Grizzly, sadly, so I can't just play this right away. I mean, if I draw something to play next turn, and I feel like I'm not getting run over, I'll just play the play and not play the Outcaster. Okay. Probably gonna get a Swamp. It's always Abzan. We'll see. Oh, it's the Arid Archway. Fair enough. The Rambling Possum. I'm not going to play this because it's so likely that they play a creature to saddle here. This can't even block. So given that they played the Possum specifically, I am not playing the Outcaster, and next turn I'm just going to go Beaver into Outcaster, into Paladin, something likely dies, into Hollow Marauder, most likely. We shall see. I should have played a Swamp to represent Murder, probably. Alright, so turn 3 Possum into Beaver, so they definitely have some beef in play. Please bounce the Beaver. I don't think they're gonna bounce the Beaver. All right. So let's go Beaver into Outcaster, and hopefully we don't get run over. We found a Desert Stew, which doesn't kill any of the creatures in play. So if we can find a desert, that would be nice, so that we can kill the Rambling Possum. If they have any bite spell or removal spell here, it's pretty annoying. This is where kind of being on the draw and being on the back foot is really, really rough. So Beaver down here. Giant Beaver is going to saddle up the Possum here and put a counter on it. So they're going to have a pair of 4/4s. And we can't really make a good block here either. So, and they exile the creature, so my Marauder doesn't even get a discount. So, yeah, I mean, this is tough. I mean, we had a play turn 3 and turn 4, but they were on the play and just had the 2 removal spells, right? And they even have Snakeskin Veil mana up here, but I am just going to go ahead and play the Spinewoods Paladin here and hope for the best. If they have another removal spell, like a Throw from the Saddle, then that's part of the reason why Green-White has such an incredible win rate, right? Because it can do stuff like that on the play. Just like curve you with really, really high statted creatures and then just have the right removal to clear things out of the way. Alright, so that's a Sentry that gets bigger. Yeah, I would rather kill the Beaver than the Possum, I think. Oh, take up the shield or something? Yeah, I mean... It is what it is, right? It's like, not much you can do. That's not bad. So let's play a Rattleback Apothecary. And see what they try to do. See what they try to do. No attacks. Clear shot plus the apothecary is super nice. Full steam ahead. Sure. If you have Snakeskin Veil, I'm going to be very upset. Come on, dude. Like... So this is what? 12, 20 damage? We block here. And here, I guess. Are we alive? I didn't do the math. We're at 1! We are at 1. Huh. Apothecary or Spinewood's Paladin? Alright, we're gonna lose our Rutstein here. They had absolutely everything here. So I feel like it's only fair that we at least get a little bit of a reprieve, right? Just draw land. Okay, friend? Just draw land. Unreal. That's so ridiculous. Alright. We have 7 mana. Okay, so we can go Spinewood's Paladin plus Desert Stew to stay alive. Because Nexus of Becoming doesn't quite get it done for us. If I shrink the Spinewood's Paladin and block it, I die. So I can't do that. I can block the Paladin and shrink this and go to 1. I think I want to kill the Trampler, so let's just do that. Alright, we're at 1. Whiff! Okay, that's kind of a whiff. Unless they draw a creature next turn. Hold on, I gotta think about this. Do I want Fake Your Own Death, or do I care more about drawing Ankle Biter? I think I care more about drawing Ankle Biter. So that I can put the Stubborn Burrow Fiend into play, and then cast Ankle Biter if I do happen to draw it. Alright, if they draw any creature, we lose. This is the one turn I need you to whiff, okay? You've drawn 5 spells, and 5 lands and all spells, and have had the perfect spell at every opportunity. So please, just one turn, I'm asking you to draw a land. Just one. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, okay. Okay. They drew a land for one turn. Now the question is, do I want to get the... I guess I should draw a card first, right? No, because... Well, they can exile something. Yeah, I should probably... Well, I can also exile the Mystical Tether. Maybe that's just better than the Hearse? I mean, the Hearse is kind of annoying, but if I exile the Tether, I get my Giant Beaver. The only problem is if I hit Honest Rutstein off of this, but I already played one. Alright, let's draw a card, I guess. Oh, that's incredible. Yep. Okay. I'm gonna get the hearse actually now with this. Because I have recursion. This makes another token. Let's get the hearse. I can also kill the tether here with my giant beaver. Okay, we're getting close to coming back here. Okay. Let's get the beaver. It's got vigilance. Alrighty. The question is, do I want to saddle the bristle pack? Doesn't seem bad to do that. Alright, so Desert Stew gives -3, -3. Okay. That's an Honest Rutstein into Rattleback Apothecary. Do love that. Let's turn this into a 3/3, shall we? I mean, they're at infinite life, I guess. I don't really consider that part. I could have added a counter, I guess. But they have 4 cards in hand. Maybe they have a bunch of double white cards. Okay, there is the second planes. Stagecoach Security. Okay. How do we want to block here? Lifelink. Alright. Healthier life total. We're at 5. Let's do that. Okay, nothing there. So we can go Giant Beaver and Apothecary. I could use Fake Your Own Death, but I feel like I just kind of want to keep this back. Target creature. I can actually target their creature and give my thing lifelink. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe we won that game. I cannot believe we won that game. They just had the perfect start with full steam ahead and Snakeskin Veil. We got to 1 multiple times. We went down to 1 multiple times and slowly but surely found a way to claw back from that game. That was an absurd game. I mean, I almost conceded. That's how bad it looked. But that's why you never give up and you never surrender. All right, well, at least we are 3-2. We have an awkward hand. We have a Forest and a Plains, but we're on the draw, and we have a 1 and a 2 drop. So I'm basically banking on this buying me enough time to find the lands that I need to get to kind of the late game. And we drew a Swamp immediately, so this hand is now great. Because now we can go turn 1 Ankle Biter, turn 2 Bristleback Sentry into turn 3 Apothecary, and use that to keep us alive until we can kind of try to win the game here with Nexus of Becoming. I can't believe they targeted us. That's ridiculous. I'm a Golgari deck. It's just like the Rakdos Mill. Is that a new strategy or something? Oh no, Oasis Gardener. This could maybe be like a Cruel Ultimatum deck. Who knows? But we got a bunch of Death Touch creatures here, and we even got this Hollow Marauder. Oh yeah, it could definitely be like an Archive Trap, Cruel Ultimatum type deck for sure. Nothing to play her, sadly. I think we have every single one of our expensive spells in our hand right now. And they have a Cruel Ultimatum deck. Oh my gosh. I am so scared. Like, what are the chances they cast Cruel Ultimatum here? Wait, why didn't they kill my bear and block the ankle biter? You know what I mean? Interesting. Well, they didn't have Cruel Ultimatum yet. Siphon Insight, okay. So just a Grixis Crime deck here. Take the Fall would be pretty bad here, I guess. Fake your own death? Okay. I'm very confused. I mean, I guess, yeah, that works. Target me. Okay. Man, I could have really used that Errant Archway. Not gonna lie. Let's play the Marauder here. Because that commits a crime. And I can give my Apothecary Menace. Get in for 6. See what their last card is. Oh, it's another Unfortunate Accident. Okay. Alright, I'll give it Lifelink then. And I still get to draw a card. Ooh, land was good. And let's beat down. Alright, so they're down to the Siphon Insight. They do have access to a lot of mana here. And they're at a pretty comfortable life total here. But, you know, them draining me for 4 here off the Bloodseeker while I attack for 11 is completely fine for me. Like, they had to have drawn Counterspell this turn. There's just no way, right? Why am I so unlucky? That's unbelievable. That is actually unreal. I am actively upset. They had no cards in hand. Come on. See? You can't just call me super lucky. This happens. It's not just me. Oh my gosh. What a top deck. Unreal. Oh my goodness. I don't even know. So this has Menace. This has Lifelink. Whatever. They have all the mana in the world here, so... Alright. Honest Rutstein was definitely good. At knife point doesn't do anything. We're at 22 life. Go ahead. I mean, granted, they get a bunch of creatures and whatnot. Okay. Let's kill the flyer. Let's give you menace. And let's play this. Let's attack. Do I attack with the Rattleback Apothecary? Nah. I want to kind of keep this Desert Stew as like a sweet combat trick here. I'll let Honest Rutstein die. That's why I play the Burrow Fiend ahead of time. And this allows me to kill a 3/3, so... And like I said, they have Cruel Ultimatum mana already. I have enough creatures here for Stubborn Burrow Fiend, I just don't want to deck myself with like Archive Trap or something silly. Alright, we got this one. Whew! The comeback continues from 1-2 to 4-2. From 1-2 to 4-2 with, you know, an average deck. You know what? 4-3, I'd be more than happy with that, with this one. Just get some of my gems back. But maybe there's going to be more. Maybe this will just be the ultimate comeback with an average deck from 1-2, from 0 to hero. Wouldn't that be something? Alright, on the play here. Nothing to do, turns 1, 2, and 3, but we do have Dance of the Tumbleweeds into Spinewood's Paladin, as we do have turn 3 Dance of the Tumbleweeds. 2-drop would be sweet. If I Dance of the Tumbleweeds, I don't really need 6 mana, so I'm probably just going to go ahead and get my Plains for my Lasso. But I do have Desert Stew as well, so it's kind of interesting. Alright, Honest Rutstein off the top for us. Maybe just getting the bounce land is good here, actually. Just because I'm going to want a bunch of mana. Yeah, let's get the Archway. So we're playing against the blue-red deck here. Oh, Grixis deck. Geyser Drake. Okay. I'm gonna play my 5-mana 6/5 Haster and attack. I know, it's crazy, but that's what I'm gonna do. Yeah. It's wild. It's absolutely wild. Repulse. Yep. I'm going to play the Paladin here, because that way next turn I can then play the Gitrog and attack for 11 potentially next turn. This Archway's been nice, just because our deck actually is good at using its mana. So play the land here, play the Gitrog. They can't even Phantom Interference this. Certainly attacking with both. They can, what, Hypothesizzle this, I guess. Consuming Ashes, sure. But that's why we played the Paladin first, just to get in just to be able to get in that attack. So they do look like they have a nice blue-black-red shell here. Blue-black base, most likely. Man, the Exile is so good. You know what I mean? The Exile is just so good. Interesting. They're just gonna take the 5 here? Huh. Okay. I mean, I'm sure they have some way to kill this. It's a salvo. The question here is, like, do I want to kill a Geyser Drake? I feel like the Geyser Drake's pretty good for them. So close. The only reason why I did that is because next turn, I just don't see... in terms of mana usage, I just don't see a world where I don't go Honest Rutstein into Spinewood's Paladin. And like I said, the Geyser Drake seems quite good in their deck. But Clear Shot is one of my few removal spells, so I don't know. Alright, Irascible Wolverine into Slickshot Lockpicker that they can't use. I'm hoping. Yes! Certainly going to attack here. Happy to trade my 2-2 for their 3-2 here. And then let's play Honest Rutstein into Spinewood's Paladin. I suppose they can kill my Rutstein in response. Oh, this is actually interesting. Because I can either play the Spinewood's Paladin or just Honest Rutstein into Burrow Fiend. I'm gonna just do that. Just get my chain going. The Gravedigger chain. We're gonna saddle this up. Alright, we hit 2 creatures. Alright, so it's already bigger than the Spinewood's Paladin. That's great. Let's see what they do. They have a Gigapede. They probably want to use it now. Although they actually know what's in my hand. This is better against a singular removal spell. Okay, Thunder Salvo, good. Into. Oh, that's very good. Alright. Well, I'm certainly gonna play this before I attack. And I'm definitely attacking because I have the Gravedigger chain, which is awesome. They can go to 1 if they want, but they're kind of in a tough spot here. They're just like, do I go to 1 or do I block? They blocked, just to preserve their life total. But, I mean, they know what I'm gonna do here, right? It's just like, Rutstein for Rutstein. Then we drew the other Burrow Fiend, so we'll do that. Keep milling, because I really want to hit Hollow Marauder. It's a little unfortunate that we hit the Nexus of Becoming there, sadly. But I think being able to hit the Marauder is worth it. And we have a really nice board presence here, right? So they're all removal deck. Can we grind through all the removal? Do they just have 75 Thunder Salvos? Scorching Shot on the Paladin, okay. Huh. I kind of, like, if they have mana to do something, I kind of just wanted to force the action here, just to see what they do. But I guess not. We're gonna just go get a land here. I can get a desert or a plains. Whew. I'm gonna get the desert. because now I have 3 lethal attackers here. All right, keeping it going, keeping it going. Rutstein for Rutstein, Gravedigger for Gravedigger, the classic, the classic. Okay, well this started out horribly, and we are now at a reasonable record, right? 1 and 2 into 5 and 2. Wait, why is it 100% now? Did it reset today? It's the 30th, right? Now I've turned into a 100% gamer. Oh wait, I just realized my hand cast nothing. I just saw all my rares. Oh, at least we drew an apothecary. God, my deck, Hard Bristle Bandit would be so good in this deck. Okay, at least our opponent didn't do anything for the... like, the big thing there is if our opponent just had, like, a solid 2-drop, it would have been... this would be a lot more difficult. I mean, it's still not ideal, but... we at least have a play here. But... then we drew a couple of lands here. Would really like to find any relevant play next turn. Just anything. A beaver, a lasso, Dance of the Tumbleweeds. I am keeping my life total high here. That's my plan. And I just drew... what a good trade. What a good trade. I knew that was coming. Yeah. You act like I didn't know that was coming. Of course I knew that was coming. Why wouldn't it come? I deserve it. So am I going Gitrog? Eat my Rutstein? Oh jeez. They are going to the skies. Huh. Let's go Gitrog. How much? What's the saddle cost? 1. Let's play Bristleback. I like the cost reduction here, so let's just go ahead and saddle the Bristleback. Let's sack it. Alright, let's get... is it tapped? Tapped? Okay. And I played a land this turn. Alright. Okay, we racing. So we're at 8. There is this apothecary. Hold on, I gotta think here. I have 7 mana. Because I can play Nexus of Becoming on Hollow Marauder. The problem is... or I can just play Apothecary Hollow Marauder and gain life. I'm wondering if that's just better and I just forego the... because I can just double spell this turn anyways, and that gain allows me to try to race what my opponent's trying to do. Yeah, let's do that. Let's give you lifelink. And I like the 4/2 body here too, just in general. Do I have any... oh, by the way, I could use... it's kind of awkward. I can use Fake Your Own Death to target my opponent's creatures to commit a crime to gain life. That would be pretty sweet if that's what actually... the thing that I need to do. They just discarded Primal Command. So I know that I'm in trouble. I know that for sure they have a way to kill this Hollow Marauder. And they're going to just continue trying to attack me. Yep. So Buried in the Garden on the Hollow Marauder here. And then they're going to get in for 7. Put me down to 4. So then if I can gain 3, I go to 7. So that's not good enough. Oh, this is the damage dealing desert. I don't have another damage dealing. Oh, that is a line. Okay, we'll see what happens here. I'm actually really interested in what's going to happen here. Because I can dance to the Tumbleweeds for the bounce land, bounce the Jagged Barrens, and then replay that Jagged Barrens for lethal, potentially. But they're keeping up 3 mana. Ugh, gosh, I don't know. Do I go for the win? Oh man, this is tough. They have 3 mana available, which makes this really, really tough. 3, 6, 7, 8. Okay, okay. Okay. Oh, this is so sick if this works. Yes! Oh man, that was awesome. That was awesome. I'm proud of myself for that one. That one was sweet. Getting in for 2 damage with the pump spell and then fetching for the bounce land to bounce my desert to deal the last point of damage to my opponent. That one felt good. Okay, we're now playing for a trophy. We were 1 and 2 to start. What is this? Okay, let's keep going. Alrighty. Playing for a trophy. On the draw here, we have a turn 2 Beast-Spawned Outcaster with 4 lands, Gitrog Monster, and Spinewoods Paladin. I'm keeping. We can plot this on turn 2. Kind of similar situation to before, where if they play something, like if they play a 2-drop, I'll play out the Beastcaster, but if they don't, then I won't. Alright, Soured Springs. We might be in for a long game, we'll see. Alright, they're playing some Sultai stuff. Sure. I actually don't know if that was even correct to play. Alright, well that's a good blocker for the Patient Naturalist. Ooh, they have Outcaster Greenblade. Okay. They got some goodies here. Man, turn 5 is going to be fireworks, right? Because I'm plotting Outcaster turn 3. Plotting Spinewoods Paladin turn 4, and then turn 5 I'm going Gitrog Monster, Paladin, Outcaster. Haumph. Alright, they got their land here. Let's plot this and pass. Drew a land here, so this is kind of all we're working with here. The Paladin, the Gitrog Monster. I keep calling it the Gitrog Monster. I think I will forever call this the Gitrog Monster. But given that they're playing Sultai value, I assume they're going to have no shortage of removal. Okay. Sir, I'm going to need you to make a play. Thank you. Alright, let's hold off on the Outcaster, and next turn, boom! Gitrog, Spinewoods, Paladin, Outcaster, and Nexus of Becoming. Great, great draw there. For us. I wonder what they're setting up here. Okay. Alright, they have 9 cards in hand. Lone Shark land to discard. My question is, what do we want to do with Gitrog? Or rather, what do we want to saddle with the Gitrog? Do we want to saddle... Do we want to draw 2 cards, or do we want to draw 5 cards or 3 cards? Let's see, I'm going to go up to 5 cards in hand, then 4 for the land, then 3 for Gitrog. Then I'll have 3. It also puts lands into play. So it will give me a tremendous mana advantage. This is assuming that the Gitrog resolves, but like, they're going to want to play something this turn, probably. Okay. I'm gonna call my opponent Mr. Blue Bar. Here. Okay. Great. Dance of the Tumbleweeds. Getting a land. Okay. And they pass for the turn, keeping up Counterspell mana. That's pretty suspect. This could be the cancel. Okay. That's fine. Because we have this one. Alright, and then let's saddle up the sentry here. Let's draw 3 cards. Put 3 lands in. 1, 2, 3. Let's bounce a forest. I'm gonna say I'm pretty happy with that turn. We got to cash Bristlepack Sentry in for 3 cards. We have 9 mana in play, so we were able to match what they did as well. So I'm not saying that we're ahead by any means, because I am under the assumption that Gitrog will die this turn. But if Gitrog does die, maybe they won't have the mana to stop me from using my Nexus of Becoming. Also, if they don't exile my Gitrog, I can just Honest Rutstein the Gitrog back. But this seems like a really good opportunity for them to use like Consuming Ashes or something along those lines. And if you have a removal spell, see, this is like a little bit wild. I only say that because like they just died a Snakeskin Veil. I guess it could be the ambush thing. The ambush viper or whatever. The gigapede. I mean, this still deals the damage. Oh, it could be metamorphic blast, I guess. Maybe I should have played this land right away. But I can cash my beaver in for a bunch of cards. And hopefully we get ahead there. Please make a decision. Holy cow. There is the gigapede. Let's see what they target. They will target that, and I mean, I think this is just a pretty clear shot, right? All right, easy game. We still ended up rank 6. Whoever's rank 5, I mean, GG's, I guess. But we ended up rank 6 still after everything is said and done. We are, I don't know, 100% gamers. It's all bugged right now. Oh, it just reset. It resets on the 30th? Okay. Okay. I guess the season reset. Well, there you go. You saw it happen in real time. You saw it happen in real time. But, I mean, this was an incredible comeback. I cannot believe that we were able to come back from that. I mean, we were 1-2. We were 1-2, and we were able to come back and rattle off 6 straight wins here to go 7-2 and keep that trophy streak alive. Man, Gitrog is awesome. I'm slamming this. I thought it was like fine. I thought it was good, but I know this card's awesome. Particularly in green-black, you're getting things back. The ramp is very, very relevant. Gitrog is incredible. Nexus is a lovely late-game option to win the game with. Honest Rutstein was obviously great. And, you know, I wasn't sure about this Arid Archway, but given the fact that our deck was pretty mana-intensive with the double Rutsteins and a lot of top-end things, I thought the Archway did a lot of work as well. And it was really clutch in helping us bounce the Jagged Barons to deal the final point of damage. So I thought we had a lot of really awesome games in this. Games where, I mean, early on, I just thought I was going to get 3 losses right away, right in the beginning. And we managed to find a way to claw back into this, extract maximum value here with, Senor Gitrog, and get another trophy. All right. And now the ladder has reset, the season has reset, so the road to rank 1 continues. May edition. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Feel free to hit that like or subscribe button for more daily videos just like this. If you've enjoyed this content and wanted to support the channel in another way, I do have my Patreon channel. Shout out to all the current patrons, as I really do appreciate your support. Road to rank 1 reset will happen very, very shortly. And I hope you will join me in that video coming very soon. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.